Alright, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Zach here. We're heading across the forbidden plains of Ohio, trekking out of our home state of West Virginia here, going on another auction find pickup. Running up about 2.5 hours away into Ohio here. There was a consignment auction this weekend, going to pick up some tilt deck trailer and tow back there, so we've just got a small little pickup to go get. But come along. I did not preview this item before bidding on it, so that's half the fun of the adventure. So you'll see as soon as I see what we get ourselves into here. Alright y'all, we're about to roll into the auction up here. We're just outside where Kings Island is in Ohio, if anybody's familiar. Never been over to this auction, so curious to see what all they have set up. So be pretty cool to see what they got going on. Not to pull in here. Oh yeah. Alright, we figured out where to go. He had it sitting in the barn up here. First time seeing this thing. Got our trailer unlatched. Alright, things got busy super quick over at the auction. I was picking up at the end of the day. They needed to get out of there, and I didn't have much time to film. Anyways, here's a first true look at the tractor. It loaded itself on the trailer, so that's always a good sign. I am very happy with how good it looks. The battery's super weak, so I pulled over here at the Rural King. We're going to run in and grab us a new battery, and hopefully that fixes its starting issues. It's just a little reluctant to want to start, so I'm hoping it's just a battery. But overall, very happy with the condition this thing's in. It was definitely stored inside, well taken care of. The deck's in excellent shape, very straight, not beaten and banged up. So alright, just got the old battery out. It's a Rural King battery, dated August of 2017, so impressed it lasted this long. I've never seen a Rural King battery last more than a couple years. But we'll knock some of this old dirt and whatnot out of here. Alright, just made it out of the Rural King with our goods. Got my little Milwaukee M18 compressor set up here. Gonna blow out this battery tray, get all the nasty out before I put this new battery in. Definitely helps having our little wannabe service truck here with all the tools. So we'll just hold our breath. I've got this Tecton roll of metric wrenches, 8mm through 24. It is the handiest thing. I've had it for 5 years now. Take them with me everywhere. They are super handy to keep wrenches all organized with you. You just flip up this flap, roll it up, and that is an entire set of wrenches in one hand. Definitely one of the best purchases I ever made. Alright, new battery put in. Gonna be needing a positive cable. She's getting a little thin and corroded up there, but let's pop this thing off and see if it's gonna start. Found the key. Hop up here. Give it a little preheat. Hopefully she wants to start a little better now. Let's check our fuel level. No, we got plenty of fuel. There's our engine. Alright, panic there for a minute. It was not wanting to start blowing horrible black smoke. I think whenever I was having the battery issues, whenever I was cranking it, the fuel pump wasn't getting enough juice, so I actually ended up running the engine out of fuel. That's why it was spitting and sputtering so bad. So I cracked all 4 injectors, cranked it over, got fresh fuel out of it all, and now it runs perfect. We'll start it up again here. Yeah, that had me super panicked. I took the air filter out because with all the black smoke it was blowing, I thought maybe we were clogged up here. Alright, I was definitely panicked there for a minute, but seems to check out and everything's got a good clean bill of health now. She starts up and runs great. Mower turns on good, she moves good. I'm excited to get this thing home and give it a test spin. Alright guys, we're here a couple days later in our little shipping container shop. Unfortunately, got this thing home, didn't really get much time to play with it. A couple days later, got it unloaded and took it over to a buddy's house and gave her the first little rip, the test run, and found it has a bad head gasket. So we get the joy of tearing into this V1505 Kubota here, this little diesel engine. I don't think it'd be too bad to put a head gasket on it, but that definitely puts a hindrance on our resell ability at the moment. So I don't like selling junk to people, so we got to get this guy in tip-top shape before we can let her loose on the market. So this will be my first project in my shipping container shop. I have been, for the time being, just using it as storage for my little B2650. So I can actually fit it and this F mower in the shipping container together. I took the front mount deck off of it for now to give us a little more room, but I could definitely fit both of them in here with the deck on. I just don't have a ramp or an approach really built to get into this thing yet, so it was going to be just too much of a hassle to get in here with the deck on still. So, but we're starting off nice and easy, getting this pretty nasty coolant out of here. Just got it draining out of the petcock on the side of the frame here. Alright, making more progress here. We've got our intake off and went ahead and put a valve cover. A little sludgy, but looking okay so far. We're going to continue working and get this head off of here. Alright, here we come in for another little update. We've got all of our fuel lines off, all of our rocker arms off, push rods out. So we're ready to start backing out head bolts. Alright, here we go, ready to yank the head off of it. First time. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Just take a peek inside our engine here. Looks like maybe number 2 is the one that's getting wet, not real sure. Here's our head. See if we can. Gasket stuck to our head pretty good. Let me get that pried off. Said I'm not seeing anything super obvious. Number 4 looks a little suspect. Alright, y'all. Upon closer inspection, I think our water was getting in through number 4 here. So if you look at our gasket, that there's pretty discolored. If we come over to the head, number 4 is definitely wetter than the rest, and coming from this water jacket on the corner here, I believe that may be our issue. So I'm gonna check over this head real quick and make sure we don't have anything cracked and get us a new gasket on order. Alright everybody, we're here a day later. We got our box of parts in from Essex and a whole bunch of box of parts over there still. We got block all cleaned up. Heads over there. I'm about to get it all cleaned up. Sorry for the noise today. It's raining and got the dump truck running at the moment. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of peace and quiet here a little later on once we get this thing put together. For the final torque sequence now, we'll do it right at 56 pounds. Sequence chart pulled up on the phone here. We'll do it, to do it. Alright, just let this be a reminder. There's good things to find at the auction, but you better... Alright, now it's time to drop some push rods in. Alright, valve covers on. Now we just gotta button up, put our coolant lines back on, put some fuel injection lines on, and a couple wires, and this thing will be ready to try and start. Alright, we got our injection lines back on. We're gonna crank it over and try to bleed some fuel out and get some fuel coming out of these lines. Then we'll be ready to start. Alright, here we go. Let's see if she'll start. Well, that's certainly a good sign. Alright, just like that, purring like a kitten. Alright, super pleased to have it running again. Sounds great. Hopefully that solves our burn and coolant issue. And I've got a full service, full kit over here. Also from Essex, so now that we got her back together. Hey there guys, this is Zach, about 6 months in the future from when the video y'all just watched was filmed. I'm sorry, life happens and things go fast. I never got a chance to conclude the video for y'all. I was actually just putting it together, doing some editing, and realized I'd never finished out any clips. But I guess I'll just give you a little background on what happened. The last clip you saw was it running for the first time after me putting a new head gasket on. Happened very quickly. I actually had the tractor for sale the whole time that was all going on and had a lot of interest in it. Basically, as soon as I got all the fluids changed, did the full complete Kubota service hall parts filters, put the deck back on, cleaned it. The very next day, a nice gentleman came and bought it for my asking price. I did mow with it for, probably 15-20 minutes, just make sure there was no further problems. It was staying cool. Put a good load on it, just Wanted to make sure everything was okay, ready to go. The gentleman bought it. He had it all summer long mowed. I think he had like a 20-acre property, so quite a bit of use for it. I actually ran into him a week or two ago, which reminded me to put this video together. He ran it all summer long, no problems, and was happy as could be with it, so I'm very glad that all worked out. I picked it up at the auction. If I remember right, I picked it up for about $3,000. I put between head gasket, filters, fluids, everything, $400 or $500 into it, and then I ended up selling it for $7,500. So overall, it was a gamble getting that thing from the auction. If I didn't have the mechanical abilities that I did have, the tools and everything, then having to have a repair like that done by the dealer very well could have put you in danger of not making any money on the deal. So luckily I was able to use my back pocket there and put it together myself and still be able to come out ahead and make some money on the deal. But that's just the risk you take playing these auction games. So this time, luckily, after some heartache, it worked out in my favor. I had to put in some elbow grease, but it's definitely just a lesson. You never know what you're getting at the auction, especially this one going into it blind. I bid. This was one of the more, I believe, the most expensive pieces of equipment I ever bought on an online auction without ever seeing it physically in person and testing it out myself. I was going solely off pictures and I think one video of it running. And as you could see, when the gentleman loaded it on the trailer, it ran okay. But the first time I mowed with it and got a good heat cycle on it, it started burning coolant and blowing white smoke out. So I knew we were in troubles there. It was pressurizing the coolant system. Luckily, there was no milkshake action happening. There was no coolant in the oil contamination, so the whole bottom end side of the engine was perfectly fine. No bearing issues, anything like that. It was just the water jacket seeping from the head into the number 4 cylinder there, just a little bit, and just when you got it hot. So I think we caught it in time before any further engine damage could happen. But like I said, the gentleman ran it all summer. He put, I think, close to 80 hours on it, trouble-free. So very happy for him. I think he's happy with his purchase. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, it's getting late in the year now. It's November. There's not a whole lot of auctions going on. There's maybe some at the end of the year in December right there. So either that, or come springtime, we'll try to hit up some more auctions, and I'll be sure to film and you guys can come. It's a small ask, but it helps immensely. If you guys like watching these videos, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.